Hi, everybody. Ralph Bristol here, trying something new. I'm going to step out of the camera now and let you just listen to my latest column. At 2, Israel and India. Democracy is reportedly in danger of losing 2 more teammates to team autocracy. One nation has long been America's best friend in the Middle East, the other, the world's largest democracy. In Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is proposing that a bare majority of the Knesset, that's their Congress, become empowered to override any Supreme Court decision. Of course, with the narrowest of majorities, the government could put through any law it likes. The New York Times' Thomas Friedman has written 4 columns about this move since November. In his latest, today, he writes, "The radical transformation of Israel's judicial system could seriously damage Israel's democracy and therefore its close ties to America and democracies everywhere." Friedman calls it a legal coup that would move Israel into the camp of countries that have been drifting away from democracy, like Turkey, Hungary, and Poland. He forgot to mention India, which is covered in a Times editorial on the same day called "India's proud tradition of a free press is at risk." Quoting the editorial, "The misuse of their power to intimidate, censor, silence, or punish independent news media is an alarming hallmark of populist and authoritarian leaders. Prime Minister Narendra Modi of India has fallen squarely into this camp, and his actions to suppress freedom of the press are undermining India's proud status as the world's largest democracy. As a result, self-censorship has spread, along with the shrill Hindu nationalism in news reports that echoes the government line. When populist leaders invoke emergency laws to block dissent, democracy is at peril." Unquote. Editorial from the New York Times. Now, the difference between an autocracy and a democracy is simple. In an autocracy, one man makes the law. In a democracy, leaders must satisfy, or at least consider, conflicting interests to pass a law. Both autocracies and democracies can pass bad laws, terrible laws. But in an autocracy, if you're not on team autocrat de jure, not only does your opinion not count, in some countries, autocratic countries, you had better keep it to yourself or suffer whatever consequences your autocratic ruler decides. Some people are so loyal to their goals or to a person or a country that even when that person or country to whom they are loyal betrays democracy in favor of autocracy to accomplish their political goals, the loyal defend them. And democracy loses again. When you forsake democracy for the leader de jure because you like his policies on immigration, trade, health care, or other concerns, you're making a deal with the devil. He or she may give you what you want now, but you will reap the autocratic form of government you sow. And the next leader just might be a malignant narcissist sociopath who gets elected on a different set of populist grievances and silences your voice for the duration of his or her term, which could be for a long time. I'm not interested in proselytizing long-time autocratic nations, cajoling or coercing them into becoming democracies. The contemporary U.S. experience at trying to install democracies in countries that have long been autocracies is not all that impressive. But I am saddened to see so many countries around the world that have been successful democracies for generations turn to autocratic leaders. If democracy is failing, it's not the fault of the system that requires people of different ideologies to get along with each other and make decisions together that are respected by the population. It is the fault of the population itself and the people we elect. A divided government, operated properly, will protect the people from wild swings between one autocrat and the next, or one long-time autocrat who rules through fascism. But the system cannot defend against operator error. Even the best divided government with the strongest, most durable constitution in the world cannot protect against a population that voluntarily forsakes divided government. in favor of having today's grievance or grievances addressed. The U.S., too, is becoming a nation of grievances that fosters populist movements and nurtures populist leaders who chip away at democratic institutions and bypass divided government to fix government that is not addressing the grievances. When democracies fail to resolve conflicts within the population, autocrats move in to impose a solution, often, if not usually, by fascist means. Why do democracies increasingly fail to resolve conflicts within the population? That's a separate column, hopefully coming soon. For now, thanks for listening. I'm Ralph Bristol.